Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're all here. And in today's video, I am going to do a get ready with me. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I have purchased some new makeup recently that I wanted to go ahead and share with you and just get ready for my day. So I hope that sounds interesting, and we will go ahead and jump right in. If you happen to catch the latest vlog that I did, I had an Ulta haul on there, and I picked up the ItCC Nude Glow Skin Tint, and I picked this up in the shade Light Medium, and I was really excited to try it. And this will be the third time of me wearing this foundation, and I wanted to let you know, the first time I applied it, I used a brush. I have to say, I don't really have very good luck applying liquid foundation with a brush. And I thought that maybe it was just because of the brushes that I was using. So I did even just purchase the BK Beauty, the 101 brush that I've seen all over YouTube. And although I really do like this brush, I love it for my powder foundations, when I tried to apply this with this brush, left the product kind of like sitting on my skin so you can actually see the foundation, which is obviously not what I'm going for choosing a skin tint. So I decided yesterday when I was going to apply this that I was going to use my tried and true damp beauty sponge application and see what would happen. And I have to tell you that yesterday when I wore this, applying it with my damp beauty sponge for the first time, I was at my volunteer job, and there were 3 customers that I waited on, 3 women, that all were asking me what I used for skincare. So I found that really interesting, that because I had this on, my skin must have looked nice, and they were asking me about skincare. They weren't asking me about makeup, so I found that really interesting. And then I was so happy to find out that when I came home last night, and it was actually a really long day, I went out to dinner with friends. When I came home, was taking my makeup off, this looked really great. Still 10 hours in, I didn't have any cakiness, I didn't have any like patches. It was wearing still very nice at that time. So I was really happy. So I think I have found the combination that works for me applying this, and I think this is going to be one that I'm really enjoying. So let's go ahead and we will put some of this on. So like I said, I picked the shade Light Medium. And I find this a lot thinner than a lot of the other IT Cosmetics foundations. Like the original CC cream is a lot thicker than this, but this is billed as a skin tint, so I can see why it would be a little more liquidy. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and put this all over. Obviously, I've got some redness on my cheeks. I do have rosacea, and I deal with redness a lot. Okay, so this is just the first application, and yesterday what I did is I kind of built it up a little bit on my forehead where I have a lot of sun damage, and over my cheeks with the redness. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit more in those areas. And it seemed to work out fine. I was able to build it up a little bit without it getting cakey yesterday. Okay, I am happy with this application now, and I will try to zoom in to show you how it is looking on my skin, but I love the way it feels. It doesn't feel tacky, like it's already dried down, and obviously it's a very light coverage, but I'm really liking this. For me, the key was applying it with the damp beauty sponge. It looked not very good when I did it with a brush. So maybe some of you that have this and you said it wasn't your favorite. I had a couple people say that they didn't really like it. Maybe try it with the damp beauty sponge and see if you like that application better, because I found that was the key for me. I really like how this looks. It's really light, it's really comfortable. It is very sheer. I mean, you can still see redness on my cheeks, but I'm okay with that. I don't need a full coverage every day. This is the type of makeup I like to wear just every day, running around, or even just staying in my house all day. So I really think this looks very pretty. I'm happy with the color match too, with the light medium. So this is definitely one that I think I'm gonna be enjoying. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and apply some bronzer. Now this one is not new. I've been using the Physicians Formula, the Butter Bronzer. And what shade do I have here? I don't know, it's kind of worn off on the label. I will try to find out what shade this is, and I can list it in the description box. Okay, I have been dipping my toe into trying to contour a little bit, and I am learning this. So please don't judge me with the way I am putting this on, but I'm trying to do a little bit of contouring. I used to always just do bronzer, the high parts of my face, but I'm trying to do a little more updated look, so I have been trying to contour. So here we go. And everything I see is saying not to go, like you can see I've got a real indentation here with like the hollow of my cheek. Every YouTuber beauty video is saying that you don't want to do it right there. If you're older, you want it higher to lift your face a little bit. So I'm going with that. So I'm going like kind of right above that hollow in my cheek with a little bit of bronzer. And then I've been trying to do, everyone does up near their foreheads. I don't understand why people do this. I'm doing it because I've just seen it all over YouTube, but I see everybody putting it kind of on their forehead. So I'm going with it. And then I've been doing a little bit of underneath on my jawbone to try to give it a little more definition. And then I've just been taking a bigger brush and kind of blending. Okay, so that is going to do it for the bronzer. Now, even though I still have, you can see a little bit of the redness from my rosacea through that foundation, I'm still gonna add just a little bit of blush, just so that it's more evened out, because sometimes I tend to get like redder on one side. So I find even putting blush on rosy cheeks, it just kind of evens out the color a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some blush. And one of my all-time favorite blushes was in one of these Laura Geller palettes that I have. This was called the Flower District. And this shade of the blush is, oh goodness, Pink Poppy is the shade that I enjoy using so much. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of that on. And I'll warn you, when I put blush on, because I have rosacea, just the act of like rubbing the brush on my cheeks is gonna make it look pretty red, but it subsides. So I hope you don't think I look like a clown for putting this much blush on. It's really just because my skin is really reactive, and it will go down, and then it won't look so clown-like later on once it's kind of subsided. So it gets a little red just from rubbing my cheek. All right, so that is the blush that I'm wearing. And then I've been trying a new translucent powder, and this is the Physicians Formula Translucent. I don't know if there's a shade on this one. It's called the Airbrushing Pressed Powder Compact. I don't know. If there is a shade, I'll go ahead and link it, but that is what it looks like. Take my e.l.f. brush, and I just kind of put it, because the skin tint is a little bit luminous, so I kind of just go through the T-zone, just putting a little bit on, just to take out a little bit of shine. So that's all I'm gonna do with the powder. Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is curl my eyelashes and put on some eyeliner. Okay, this is usually in the part of the get ready with me video that a lot of you will tell me you're doing it wrong. And it's because I have to apply my eyeliner, then my mascara, then eyeshadow in that order. And the reason is that I have extremely small hooded eyes. And if this has been the way since I've been wearing makeup, where if I put eyeshadow on first before my mascara, I always get mascara up on my lids when I'm applying mascara, just because of the size and the shape of my eyes. And I got so tired of taking off the mascara and all of the eyeshadow that I had just applied. So I find it's so much easier for me if I do it in this order. It's the only way that works for me, where I'm not constantly taking off eyeshadow that I put on. So that is why I do it in this order, because I know someone is going to say, you're supposed to put your mascara on after your eyeshadow. I just can't. So this is how I have to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some eyeliner, and the one I've really been liking, this is the Maybelline TattooStudio eyeliner in charcoal. It's just a nice gray, stays on me all day. It doesn't transfer to the bottom, so I'm really liking this. And you know, I can't remember the price of it, but it's really affordable. But this is the one I've been going to over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and tight line my upper eyes with this. There is the eyeliner done. Okay, so now I do have a new mascara to try. I had mentioned how much I am enjoying this Thrive Cosmetics tubing mascara. And so when I was at Ulta recently, they have a tubing mascara that's obviously a lot more affordable than the Thrive Cosmetics, so I wanted to give this a try. And I don't know if there's a shade in this one or not. I've got to go ahead and open up this mascara with the plastic. I might need some scissors, so I will be right back. Okay, I got it out of its packaging, and this is the Ulta Beauty Lash Flash Warm Water Wash Off Mascara. Let's hope the... All right, let's take a look at this wand. Okay. It looks a little similar to the Thrive one, although the Thrive one I think comes more to a point at the end. But let's go ahead and try this and see how I like this tubing mascara from Ulta. Okay, I am not hating this mascara at all. All right, first I've got a Q-tip. I'm gonna dip in some water and get the smudge off my eyelid, and then I'm gonna like get in close so you can see. Okay, so there is the eye with the Ulta tubing mascara. It is a good one. Can you see the length there that I'm getting? It's really good. It goes on very similarly to the Thrive Cosmetics, and I don't know, I'll try to maybe put up what this cost and what this cost just so you can see the savings. So I know this is much more affordable. So this is great to know that they have a good tubing mascara right at Ulta. Yeah, I really like that. That is a good one. Can you see the difference between my eyes with mascara and without? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the other eye. This is a good mascara. Oh my God, the length that I am getting from this. Let me clean up this eye. There are both of my eyes done with the Lash Flash from Ulta. This is a really good mascara. I am so happy to have found this. This is awesome. And just a little quick note, if you've never tried a tubing mascara, the way that you remove it, you do not use makeup remover to get this off. You will splash your face with warm water, and then very gently you will just kind of rub over your eyelashes, and there will be black flakes down your cheeks. It's the little tubes coming off. So I will be honest, the removal is not something I love. I wish I could just use regular, my Clinique take the day off and get it off, but it doesn't come off with that. I feel like you have to work a little bit harder to get this tubing mascara off, but I think it's worth the trade-off with the length that you get. So if you like a lengthening mascara, this is definitely one to check out. I'll have it linked at Ulta below in the description box. This is a good one. All right, so now that I have my eyeliner and my mascara on, before my Ulta haul that I just did in my last vlog, I had another Ulta haul that I did not show you, and I picked up a ColourPop eyeshadow palette, the taupe one. And let me show you the colors in here. I had never tried ColourPop eyeshadows before either. All right, so this is not gonna be the most exciting eyeshadow palette to see like this. But when I saw this, I realized that these neutral shades, these are the ones that I use up first in the other palettes that I use every day. I like a really natural eyeshadow look. So I decided to give this a try because these, especially these ones on the top, these are the ones I always go through in my other palettes. I will say, I think the mattes of these ColourPop ones are very nice. They go on well, they have good color payout, and they don't seem to fall out very easily. Now these shimmers, on the other hand, I haven't been really impressed with. I found this one in the palette tends to have less fallout, but I think it was this one here. I mean, I look like a disco ball when I tried to wear this one day. It was all on the tops of my cheeks, really very shimmery. So I can't say I'm in love with their shimmers, but they do make a really nice matte. And I thought, you know, this palette's small, I wanted to give it a try. So I do like the mattes in here, and I like this one shimmer. But a couple of these other shimmers I won't be able to wear. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a really like easy eye look, because to be quite honest with you, I struggle with eyeshadow even at this point. I mean, 55 years old, and I still kind of hard for me to put on eyeshadow the way that you see it done here on YouTube all the time. Oh, but I will show you, I did get a new brush that I've kind of been playing around with to try to help me with my eyeshadow look. But first I'm gonna go ahead and this shade here, which is Boo, this one here, I'm gonna just do that kind of all over my lid. Yeah, so there is the Boo shade. If you like just those like really natural taupe colors, this is good for that. It really is. All right, so I've got that on just on my eyelid. And I wanted to show you a brush that I recently picked up. This is from Woosh, I guess is how you say it. And I don't know how to get behind it so you can see. All right, there, I think that shows it. Can you see? It looks like a little V, this eyeshadow brush. And I saw it, I think, on a TikTok video. It is supposed to help you apply eyeshadow in the corners of your eyes when you want to get a darker shade there. I struggle with that just because of the sheer size of my eyes. I mean, my eyelid, there is not much real estate there, and it's really hard. A lot of the time, the dark kind of gets higher up here, and then that doesn't look really good. So I wanted to try this, and I'm still kind of playing around with it. So the jury's still out on whether I think this is something that can really help people with small hooded eyes like mine. But so far I'm kind of having fun with it. So what I've been doing is that I'm not going to go with a real dark shade. I think I'm going to just even do this one up here. And what I do is I take the brush, the Woosh brush, and then I just kind of tap it into the shadow and get it on the brush that way, and then kind of tap off the excess. And then what you do is you kind of line it up and stamp it on the corner of your eye. So let me see if I can go ahead and get this stamped on. Okay, it's really subtle, and I apologize, Louie is barking. But can you see the darker shadow in the corner. Maybe I should try one of the darker shades just to show you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I will try it with this darker shade right here. I think I'm getting a package. You think that Louis would know the UPS man by now or the Prime man, but he doesn't. Okay, can you see that a little bit better? And then also what I saw the young girl do in the TikTok video, then she took the flat end of the brush and put a little more color on it, and then she kind of connected with a little more dark for above the crease next to that little triangle that I did, or V, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on this side too. Let me show you again what the stamp looks like though for initially. So I put it on. Okay, can you see where the little stamp? All right, and then I'm going to take a little bit more color. Kind of above the crease. And then, like I said, I think this is the shimmer that I've had the best luck with, so I'm going to take just a tiny bit of that and plop that in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and just blend this all together here. Okay, so there is just my really easy attempt at an eyeshadow look, but this is the type of thing that I do every day. So I am kind of playing around with this Woosh brush, and I'll go ahead and link it below. I think I paid less than, it was like maybe $17 for the brush, and I do think it can be helpful. I'm just still, it's very new, so I'm still kind of just playing with it, but I have such trouble doing those dark corners of eyeshadow that I thought this might help. And I think it might be something that I will start to learn to like and use a lot more. So, you know, still working with this one, but I wanted to show it to you. So the last thing I'm gonna do, put on is some lips. And I have been loving, I mentioned this in my favorites video. It's the Clinique Chubby Stick, and it's a moisturizing lip color balm. And this is the shade Whoppin Watermelon. I don't know if it'll swatch. Yeah, it's so sheer. It doesn't really show up when I try to swatch it. I don't know if I can get a little more. I don't know, is that picking up at all? It's a really sheer, but it's just a balm. My lips have just been so chapped lately that I've been loving this. And it just adds like a sheer. Just a sheer wash of color. And it's really comfortable. So there it is. So that is going to be my look for today, and it's honestly, this is the type of makeup that I apply most days when I'm just hanging around home or just kind of running errands. I don't really do a whole lot, but I do feel better when I have a little something on, and I kind of like this look. Of all the new makeup, I am most impressed with the IT Cosmetics, the CC Nude Glow, if you apply it with a damp beauty sponge. And also, I'm loving this Ulta, the Lash Flash Tubing Mascara. This is a really good one too. All right, friends, I want to thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.